Oh, hey guys. I'm just putting together my Reclaimer deck in paper here, and I'm doing it from my Magic Online list, which you can see here. And you know what? Actually, now I'm thinking about it, maybe we can go ahead and play through a league with it. In fact, you'll notice there's actually a fourth Flagstones of Trocaire here, which is something that I've been interested in testing. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and give that a shot? We've got 4 Reclaimers, 4 Flagstones. We got a Golos still peeking his mighty head here, trying to get that colorless one to resolve through Aether Gust and whatnot, and we'll see how it goes. We do have the 4th Flagstones here. Don't know why I wasn't playing it before, but here it is. And yeah, we got a second cavern in the sideboard, some very slight changes, but you know what? This deck is fun to play, and I'm just going to run it back. So, hopefully you guys will follow me into match 1. It's the classic minute-long wait in queue. You know, Magic Online, never change. Finally, after 2 minutes of waiting, we have our pairing. Let's get right in here and not waste any more time. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 activate with Flagstones. That's pretty good. We don't take nearly as good advantage of it as, for example, Titan Vial, but is it still good enough? We'll find out. We already have access to our Titan here as well, so. Uh-oh, could this be Storm? I guess Reclaimer can get Bajuka Bog at instant speed against a Storm opponent. So let's go ahead and get that bad boy into play. We actually have interaction for Storm via this Elvish Relcaimer, assuming we don't draw the Bajuka Bog. Please, no drawing the Bajuka Bog. That would be quite bad. Now it's definitely going to happen, right? It's going to be right here. Of course, after our opponent passes the turn. Alright, did not draw the Bog. That's great. We'll play this Flagstones and we'll swing it back to our opponent. And if they don't give us cause to bog away their graveyard this turn, then we'll just get a second Flagstones and just keep up the train, you know? We've only got 2 more Temple Gardens to search for, though, so we can't go through the entire Flagstones chain. But just a couple Flagstones should be enough, I would think. And we actually get a second Bog activation here by searching for a Vesuva as well, so we have quite a bit of interaction for our Storm opponent here. Metamorphose. You got it. It's a lot of blue cantrips. Kind of a slow Storm hand here. Pyretic, okay. Another Pyretic, okay. Desperate Ritual. I kind of feel like we should be going ahead and doing the whole Bajuka Bog thing here. We'll wait. I want to spike this Desperate Ritual as well, so. Empty. Okay. I don't know if we can beat that. We'll see. Well, our opponent's going to get to empty the Warrens. All of the goblins are out. They're gone. It's over. I suppose we could get, like, Radiant Fountain here. How crazy is that? Let's see. So if we sack Flagstones, we get 2 lands, untap. We are 2 turns away from getting Titan into play. So I do still feel like we need to bog away our opponent's graveyard. I think that's the line I'm going to go for. Sack this Flagstones. Heck yeah. Let's get our Temple Garden. We will not pay the 2 life. Okay. We would like to search for this Bajuka Bog. Get out of here, opponent's graveyard. You are unwanted. By me, at least. Ooh, Dryad is a fantastic one here, too. I was thinking about packing for that one, but now that we don't have to, we can just get 2 lands out here after playing this Dryad and still be able to activate Reclaimer, and man, that's just golden. Golden. Alright, we are passing back. Our opponent's Empty the Warren plan. I mean, it had good hopes, but even if they had a lightning bolt to kill our Dryad here, I would not be that terribly bothered by it. We get to block 2 tokens here, and surely our Feel the Dead plus Valakut triggers will at least overcome these tokens, if not just outright kill our opponent. So we'll see what happens here. Serum Visions, you got it. I'm not sure what we even get with this Reclaimer activation, in all honesty. Could just be the other Valakut, so we can play Valakut, play Primeval Titan, get stuff. I don't know. Or it could be a fetch land, actually, so that we can get Valakut plus Vesuva after we play Valakut for turn. Let's see. If we get fetch land, we will have to crack it to use the mana to cast our Titan. So I guess fetch land doesn't really work here. Grape Shot. Probably to kill our Dryad as well, I have to imagine. Huh. Well, I think we're getting Radiant Fountain then, perhaps? Or we could just get Field. Let's let this go. It's already had 1 damage marked on it, I believe. There's no reason to do anything about the Dryad dying here. The Reclaimer, we want to go ahead and activate, though. So let's go ahead and throw one of these Temple Gardens under the bus, because we still have 2 green sources to activate Garen Brig. And I guess we just get Feel the Dead here, so our Titan ETB trigger can get Radiant Fountain and something else. And we can get our zombies. Ooh, there's a Dryad. Do we want to play that one in Valakut instead? I guess not. That seems like it would not be the best choice. We can play Valakut here and get Vesuva plus Radiant Fountain and get twice as many zombies as well, so let's do that. Come on, I want the green. There we go. And then we assuredly just have him dead next turn. They could try to storm off and Grape Shot us from 8, but we'll yield to this. Yes to this. We want a copy of our Field of the Dead, and we want a Radiant Fountain. Okay, opponent. Do your worst. Passing back. We're effectively at 5 points of life here. Or we are winning the game. Oh, their hand was just 2 lands. Yep. That does happen sometimes. Alright, well, stealing a game 1 against Storm is fantastic news. We want a Veil of Summer to counter their Gifts Ungivens. We want Dismembers to kill their 2-mana creatures, so they can't just kill us on turn 3. We want Cavernous Souls to punch through remands. We could want Force of Vigor to hit Aria of Flame or Blood Moon or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to put them on that, to be honest, though. Their usual game plan is pretty good against us. They obviously have Empty the Warrens, but I don't know if it makes it worth it to have Explosives in the deck. I guess Explosives kills 2-drops as well, but especially on the draw, I'm not a fan of Explosives. And I don't think we'll have much trouble grinding as far as Tireless Tracker is concerned, considering they have to kill our Reclaimers and still stop us from getting to Titan and all of that jazz. So that seems good. That seems good. Explorers, slow. Third one needs to get out of here too. What else? What else? What else? We want lands, interestingly enough. Usually boarding in a land, you would want to cut one. I guess we could cut Radiant Fountain, but it can be relevant, as we saw the last time. I don't know. We could cut Ghost Quarter. Yeah, Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything against them. We can trim maybe 1 Summoner's Pact, although having access to Titan is quite important, I would say. We can trim Azusa, maybe. Dying to Bolt is not fantastic. Golos doesn't seem like it's going to be necessary. We're either going to get to Titan or we won't, so we can trim 1 Pact for sure, and maybe even 1 Reclaimer. Reclaimer can be kind of slow. We don't want to draw multiples of that card, so we'll try this. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 activate with 5 stones. Just OP. Ending the game on the spot. What do you know? All right, Brendan. Are you gonna put us on the play? I didn't think so. All right, we got turn 1 Reclaimer here and a Veil of Summer to counter a Gifts Ungiven, and we have access to Amulet as well, so I am inclined to keep this. It's got some interaction, you know. And to be honest, because we can activate Reclaimer, it's going to hide the fact that we're holding up a Veil of Summer. If we decide to hold up a Reclaimer activation this upcoming turn instead of like playing an Amulet or something like that. So that's interesting. Especially if our opponent plays a 2-mana creature here, which it looks like they are not. Interesting. Hmm. So they do have a land here. Maybe that's the thing that they were missing. They put the card on the bottom, so let's see. They would have to play 3-mana creature and then start going off immediately. Yeah, let's just throw out this Snow Forest, I suppose. Now we want to keep basics in play. We'll shock a Temple Garden here, and we'll pass holding up the Reclaimer activation. And if our opponent goes for Gifts Ungiven, we can Veil it. So there's that. Here's the creature. No. Aria of Flame. Was not really anticipating that one. I didn't mention it, but usually it's not the thing that I most expect. All right, let's the Reclaimer away our Temple Garden and get a Flagstones here. All right. And here we can play an Amulet. And I suppose a Valakut. And we'll do the same thing that we did before, using Reclaimer activation to kind of hide the fact that we have access to this Veil of Summer here. Of course, no attacks here. Ha! What do you take me for? Activating Reclaimer is all that I want to do. Alright, we got a Serum Visions and an Aria of Flame trigger. We could easily die to this Aria of Flame. Definitely worth noting. We need to find a Titan fast. We actually have access to Titan this upcoming turn if we get a bounce land and a Temple Garden off of sacking this Flagstones because no, wait. Now we'd be one short. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Surprised that they're not going after this Reclaimer at all. I suppose if we were to Reclaimer away our Flagstones and go get a fetch land and fetch land, then the Reclaimer would have three toughness here, so they couldn't kill it with an Aria on 2, but they're just choosing to ignore this Reclaimer, so. We didn't bring any answers to Aria Flame in either, so we need to kill them as fast as possible. Okay, so they're done with their thing. I think we have to just go ahead and cycle Veil Summer and hope that we hit a Titan here. Not a Titan. Okay. There's another Veil of Summer. Okay. Let's just play out Snow Forest and pass. Things are going really awkwardly here. Not gonna lie. Although I suppose cycling Veil that turn, since it stopped us from activating Reclaimer, that might have been kind of a mistake, but obviously we never get punished here. So. It's a shame that Veil can't stop any of these Aria Flame triggers either. Just looking kind of awkward here. Pyretic Ritual. We're very close to dead. Like one more spell and it's over. Okay. I guess we can fetch up... No, the Radiant Fountain's in our hand. Okay. Our opponent needs 2 more spells and we're just dead. Okay, Pass in Flames. We can't let that one resolve, so let's do the Reclaimer thing here. Yep, and we're dead. Well, that happened. Okay, let's go to sideboarding. That was a very weird game. We just had kind of nothing, and they had things. I guess we want Force of Vigor. We may want Beast Within. I don't know. It can kill a 2-mana creature as well, so there's that. I guess we need to have some answers to that. So we'll bring in 2 beasts. And we can trim Reclaimers, I suppose. I don't know. Getting Bog is pretty relevant against their Past in Flames, though. So we'll trim Azusa. And we'll trim a Peck. And I guess a land. Maybe one of the Temple Gardens. I don't know, though. Having targets for these flagstones is pretty important, but we're probably not going to have enough time to chain through that many of them, so let's just try this. We're on the play, so love to see that. If we draw a bounce land, this hand is amazing, and if we don't, this hand is not that great. If we draw any land, then we get to put a Dryad into play on turn 3 here. We could go turn 1 Grazer into field, so if we top deck an untapped land, we can just slam Dryad, but I'm going to keep it and play Amulet, and we'll just spike a bounce land off the top, and it'll be fine. It's also the reason why I didn't cut a bounce land, by the way, is because we're not played that terribly many. I think we're on... We had 4 Simics, 2 Gruuls, and 1 Selesnya, so we're on 7 bounce lands. Most lists play 8 or 9, so... They mold 6, okay. Right, here's a Forest into Amulet of Vigor. Pass the turn. Bounce land off the top, come on. Let's see it. Bounce land. Bounce land. Come on, come on. Our opponent's doing the think. Trying to figure out what they're going to do with the Serum Visions, top or bottom. Put 2 cards on top. That's kind of scary. That's not a bounce land either. Okay, well, here's a Field of the Dead. And a pass back. Our opponent's doing nothing over there as well. Beast Within, not really what we wanted. Pass back. We'd really like to see this bounce land. Okay. Our opponent's just potentially going to kill us here. Or they're holding up Remand. Okay. No, deck. No. No. And we're dead. Almost guaranteedly. Manamorphose. Okay. Not yielding here because I want our opponent to have the fear of Veil of Summer in their hearts. Hearts. Yeah, they have more than one heart. You know, fact or fiction. Alright, alright. Let's split the Abrade. And the Sleight of Hand, opposite of lands and Serum Visions, perhaps. We could also do 1 land versus land and double cantrip. And that's not the worst. Although we ought to give them... Actually, Sylvan Reef is the land that cost them life. Although I don't think that's going to be relevant at this point. Yeah, let's give them the island on the side with the cantrips. Nah, I guess it doesn't really make a huge difference, but I want them to have the inferior land as far as colors is considered if they take the Abrade. We'll split like this. If they want to Abrade away our Amulet, then they can take that option, and they don't. Alright, so there goes the Serum Visions. So we weren't exactly dead. That's good. They're on all cantrips over there. Come on, bounce land. Crumbling Vestige. That's not really that great, to be honest. I mean, we gotta play it out. Yeah, let's just always yield to this. We're obviously floating a green here. Question is, what do we do? Do we just slam this beast within? If we do it during their turn, then they actually get an additional storm trigger, but they also have one less mana, so it might cut them off of mana a little bit if they're lacking in the ritual department. I don't know, though. We can't really summon this pack for anything. We don't play a Rex Sage in this list. Not that that would be the best line. We just die on the upcoming turn. So, I guess here goes a beast within. Feels awful. I guess now we could still potentially be holding up Veil. Here's the remand. Alright, passing back. See what they discard here. I didn't notice if they played the Shivan Reef or not. I think they might have. Yeah, they did. They discard a redundant Brawl. So I guess Beast Withining the Brawl may not have been the best possible course. Sleight of hand, okay. I guess we don't want to yield here. Again, just to put the fear of Veil of Summer into them. If they're just planning to kill us with Arya here, then, I mean, yeah, I don't know. They keep doing everything other than killing us, though. This is a very unusual game. Okay, now that it looks like they might actually be killing us. Gifts ungiven. Let's float a green and let it resolve. Gotta make them think that we have the Veil, at the very least. We are probably dead here. At this rate, I would assume they have a ritual in hand, so trying to stop them from being able to cast the Pass in Flames this turn. I mean, we may not have another option, though, in all honesty. So, we can put the Grave Shot and the Manamorphose in the graveyard, since these are the ones that they would most want to cast twice. I mean, that allows them to ritual into Pass in Flames easy. Although, they would have to have a second ritual anyways. Let's just do this. And we didn't cast the Veil then, so we're obviously not casting a Veil this turn. So we might as well just F6 now. Okay. Oh, so they're not doing it this turn. Interesting. Alright, come on, Bounce Land. Last and final time. Bounce Land. Flagstones, no! Okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do here. There's not much we can do. I mean, we don't have access to Bajuka Bog, sadly. I guess we can Beast Within the Brawl and force them to at least play another creature. I mean, that might not even force them to do anything. They might just be able to go off anyways with Ritual into Pass in Flames and doing things. I don't know. I haven't done the math. That's their job, not mine. We should have been dead like a million times this game. Lightning Bolt. Ritual. Pass in Flame. We'll just see if this is enough here. They get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spells. One of them being a bolt, at the very least. I don't know if that's enough to do it, though. I guess they get 7 if they cast... Oh, plus the 2 that they cast already. I don't know. This might be lethal. We'll see. They kind of just let us kill their mana creature. I don't really know what's going on in this game. This has been very unusual. Okay. So you grape shot at us. Okay. Could have cast Bolt first. It's not like you can remand this one because with flashback it'll still go to exile, so. Okay. Maybe they have second grape shot. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, we are in fact dead. Good games, opponent. Took a while to get there. Let's see. Bounce land. Nope. Nope. Although flagstones wouldn't have been terrible. It would have let us float, play flagstones, get an additional land, and cast Titan immediately. But even that might not have killed them, so. Oh well. Funny intro and all that aside, Storm is a pretty bad matchup, so we would have been pretty hard-pressed to win that matchup anyways. The fact that we were 1-2 against it rather than 0-2 against it is saying something. We did just outright die to Aria of Flame in Game 2. We could have hit any bounce land off the top in that Game 3 and been fine, but I don't know, whatever. Not even going to worry about it. This is a bad matchup, so instead, I will see you guys for match 2, where we will be playing the exact same beautiful list, the one that I was building in paper earlier. Although, interestingly enough, I'm missing a Temple Garden in paper to play this list, and also a Golos, but I don't know how much Golos is in paper. I don't know. Look it up and let me know in the comments. Although, to be honest, I'm probably going to look it up and figure it out myself before it'll become relevant, but regardless, put it in the comments so maybe over time in the future we can see how the price of Golos has changed. Put the date and the price, and we'll see. That might be a waste of comment space. I don't know. Whatever. You guys figure it out. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Anyways, I will see you guys for the next one. This is Red Face Menace, signing off.